Hi, I'm Julian. From my LinkedIn profile, you know that I'm a Drew University student interested in financial markets. So with this video, I actually want to give you a weekly update throughout the summer. Some information you do know, something hopefully I can teach. To get started, I want to talk about Europe. Investors back out of Europe actually. There were measurements during this week that explained annual net outflows from Eurozone bonds were being sold at a volume of approximately $500 billion as of the end of March. Incredible amount of money leaving Europe. This is also due to fractious politics, low interest rates, and weak banks. Specifically with banks, it's one of the worst performing sectors of Europe, approximately down 19% for the year. On June 23rd, UK will vote on whether it should remain part of the European Union. Huge debate, huge deal. If it does leave, it could roil European markets as a result of concern that other countries may follow. So make sure to check on June 23rd. Something to keep your mind going throughout. Keep researching. Again, for Greece, huge story for Greece. Greece is actually getting help from Eurozone finance ministers and the IMF. According to the meeting on Wednesday, Greece is now able to receive 10.3 billion euros or $11.48 billion in fresh loans starting at the second half of June. This is essentially helping Greece avoid heavy defaults on big debt redemptions to the IMF and ECB in July. So I had this great conversation, switching gears, with a buddy of mine that works at Scotiabank. Great guy. He's in sales and trading, and we had this conversation about Amazon's rally over the past 3 months. So the bull case is the lowest point of 2016 for Amazon was at a stock price of $482. But recently, in the 3 months, it has soared 42%. There have been incredible amount of ratings from different companies like Bernstein, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, Vedder, and more, saying that it's a strong buy with a target price of more than what it is now. To cut time, the consensus price target is at $766.89. We're right now we're at around $700. So there's this huge increase in demand for the Amazon stock. But the bear case of my buddy, what my friend said at Scotiabank, is that it's an overbought stock. And you should look out for overbought stock before their earnings reports come through. Let's go on the bull case for a second. AWS is very profitable. AWS is their Amazon Web Services division, and it's an up-and-coming iCloud kind of deal. It's cloud services through Amazon. They actually reached out to major Wall Street banks in the past few months, and it's been doing them really well. Approximately 56% of Amazon's profit in the first quarter. So look out for that. Also, Amazon's profit is growing overall. So a company can have incredible revenue, but that also can't bring that can also avoid profit. So if you don't have profit in your revenue, you're not really doing anything. But Amazon is an overall profitable company. Their operating costs are falling, and that's incredible because a lot of companies are paying a lot for their services, for their own services. But Amazon is actually cutting costs and actually providing more profit. More on the bear case from Scotia. So the stock has rallied through its 50, 100, and 200 day average. So that's an incredible amount, right at around $700 for a stock price. If it's beat as 50, 100, and 200, then where can it really lead? So my friend is actually on the short list. He's actually trying to short this company at around $600. He's thinking about it. Another good point he brought up is the 300 times EPS. He'd rather get in a company like Apple at 11 times EPS. He'd rather spend $11 for each dollar in profit than $300. He also looks at the future profitability of delivery services and AWS's profitability. He doesn't think it's $300 worth. And he had major points. So if you want to get into that later, please let me know. So to cut back on time, Sports Authority has liquidated City Sports, Aeropostale, Quicksilver, Eastern Mountain Sports, Bob Stores, all bankrupt. Gap, JCPenney, Kohl's, Macy's, Nordstrom have all reporting disappointing earnings. The retail services are getting hit by the Amazon effect, and that's why I'm bull on this. So, continuing on, copper. Copper is a commodity according to Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC). there was 24,332 contracts that were bearish on copper, quadruple from the previous week and highest since January. So, should we short it? Should we go long it? I'm not really sure. It's up to you. I'm just giving you the information here. Since copper is priced in dollars, foreign investors are hit hard when the dollar strengthens. So look out for the dollar and their strength. Let's move on to more resources. Oil finally reached $50, an 80% increase from February, from 12-year lows, and we saw it at around $27 per gallon, per barrel, and it was an incredible amount. So definitely look towards oil and check it out. Things to watch. Like I mentioned, the European Union referendum is on June 23rd, which they vote on the Brexit. The SEC deadline on whether to accept or deny IEX's Form 1 application to become a national stock exchange is on June 18th. So look out for information on this stock exchange. Incredible. I learned about this stock exchange in the great book of Flash Boys by Michael Lewis. Also, Fed meetings in June 14th and 15th. Janet Yellen recently came out at her Harvard University award ceremony that it may be appropriate to raise rates if the economy continues to increase in growth. So I hope you enjoyed that. 6.5 minutes. I want to keep it close and I want to keep it tight, but please bear with me. I'm just here to give you something that I think is important for this world. So thank you for listening. Thank you for following me, and I'll see you next week.